we take a break from your regularly scheduled orbit culture. Okay? I knew there was going to be a few people that would probably get tired of seeing the whole album back to back. I've watched those channels that stick to one band, and it gets old. Like, let's be honest, it gets a little old. No matter how much you like the band, it's like, I want to see this, right? But we got to throw in some new stuff. So we're here with Duskmourn, Tales of Vengeance. I've not looked into the song. I tried looking up little things. I'm pretty sure this video has the lyrics in it, because I could not find the lyrics on the thing I typically use here. So we're going to jump into Duskmourn, Tales of Vengeance. I hope you guys enjoy the ride. Orbit Culture will be coming back. Don't worry about it. Like, that was all recorded back to back. All that's done. Keep coming back. It's going to be more. So let's jump into this. And I'm excited to see what this one's got. Say, first off, I already like it. Just that little gallop there at the start, it's all you need. It's all you need, a little gallop, get you going. It's kind of hard for me to read the thing. I can read it, but I would like to be able to read it in regular text to analyze it a little bit better. But I'm not going to rewind the video to read it all again, because that's just a pain in the ass. But I will find the lyrics toward the end of the video, and I will try to deduce what I think about them then. Until then, we're going to keep going on this because I like it. It's got that little, it's got kind of like the Viking thing going on. I see spears. I see woods. Let's keep it.
Winter song silences the autumn's rain. Faced with death, we are done this bellowing rise. Watching the fire dance against the wind. Our hearts shatter the stagnant air. Tales of vengeance praise the sons of old. Gathering their lives, go to arms. Colors red, fire stained with light. A light armed by the gleaming moon.
So is this song about war? It's called Tales of Vengeance, so I guess it could be about war. It looks like an undead army for the most part. I don't know if that's who they're fighting. I'm really not sure. But banners ripped, torn, stained with blood. It's like, ooh, that's violent. But I like this. It's like a growl, but it's not loud. You know, like it's a completely different style from bouncing from what we've been in to jumping into this. But I like this. I like this a lot. Let's keep it. Like the fire. I really don't know for sure. Like I said, I have to look at the lyrics. But from what I'm getting, it says tales of vengeance brace the sons of old. So that makes it sound like, when they say like sons of old to me, that makes it sound like something obviously way in the past. Old sons, duh. Gathering fearless, called to arms. And just for some reason, hear me out. Hear me out on this. God, why do I talk with these on? Hear me out. When I hear that, banners ripped, torn, stained with blood, a night honored by the gleaming moon, besides the moon. Does that make you think of Lord of the Rings? Does it? Because that's what popped in my head. I see an undead army, vengeance, called to arms. Bam! Alright. Just had to get that thought out of my head before I forgot it. I wasn't gonna forget it. Where you going? Come back. Dude, that was pretty good. I enjoyed the hell out of that. It was different, you know, and I don't mean different as in like a different genre and all this type of stuff, but it was just a completely different sound. I mean, you got that little gallop. We haven't heard a gallop in a while. Like just a, you know, obviously it didn't sound like that. But we haven't really sat here and listened to one like that in a while. I'm gonna try to look up the lyrics over here and really give you more of my insight. The first little verse that I see, it says a forlorn skull. A forlorn soul scowls in the glades of mist. If I were to break that down, I don't know truly what forlorn means. So give me like 2 seconds, because apparently I wasn't smart enough to look that up before. Okay, forlorn. Pitifully sad and abandoned or lonely. So when they say a forlorn soul, a lonely soul, scowls, like searches, I kind of have an idea what that means. Brain not that good, you know what I mean? In the glades of mist. When I think glades, I think Everglades. I think mountains. Mist, we know what a damn mist is, right? If you don't know what a mist is, I'm not looking that one up for you. You just shit out of luck. Eternally shrouded in stillness and secrecy. So, forever hidden away. Forever just gone, out of the picture. Once lying slumber, awakened with all its fury. So it woke up pissed. That's what that means. It just means woke up mad. We do it all the time. We're human. Or dead. You know. Forever serpentine in our powerless realm. So literally, you're a lost soul that's been forgotten. You've been asleep, I guess. But when you awoke mad with all your fury, you just wandered around the realm endlessly. That's what I get out of the first one. You jump into the second one. Winter song silences the autumn's rain. Faced with death, we hearken its bellowing roars. Watching the fires dance against the wind, our horns of war shatter the stagnant air. That vocabulary and that imagery, that's the word. Imagery was the word I was looking for. But that imagery with that vocabulary, bellowing roars, horns of war, shatter the stagnant air. When I think of stagnant air, I think of like a bog or like a freaking swamp, you know, stagnant. Like it's just sitting still. Like that's all it is. It's still air. And we've all been in some kind of still air. It's nasty. But faced with death, we hearken its bellowing roars. So even in the face of death, they answer the call. So I mean that's how that works, you know. I mean, hearken, that's just a good word. Bellowing, whew, that's a word I don't hear very often, and I love it for some reason. Watching the fires dance against the wind, so it's like something's on fire and the wind's blowing and it's going wiggly wiggly. You know? The chorus though, tales of vengeance brace the sons of old. So I think old, obviously. And I also think when you say sons of old, you think death, in my opinion. Just, why would you call it old in that way, I guess? Gathering fearless called to arms. So obviously, call to arms. They were like, hey, we need your help. And they said, all right, we'll be there in a minute, bro. And then they showed up and we're good to go. Banners ripped, torn, and stained with blood. That's just imagery. If you can't picture that in your mind, maybe you don't know what the image on the flag is or whatever, but it's a banner. It's torn, it's ripped, it's stained. A war has already occurred. More than likely, oh my god, my nose itches. The war has already happened. I don't know what war. I don't know against who. I don't know if they won. I'm assuming they lost, being that it's called Tales of Vengeance. A night honored by the gleaming moon. So I'm thinking full moon shining over a battlefield in the mountains with a low mist, but there's fire. Sounds cool. Sounds cool as shit. Skies concealed by a blackened rain. But what about the moon? What about the moon? Burning flesh soaks the air we breathe. Oh. Dude. Flesh smells gross. Alright, for anybody who's never dealt with burning flesh. It sounds really weird to say that I've dealt with burning flesh, but it's like... How do I explain this without sounding weird? I don't know how to say it without sounding weird. I mean, I don't even truly know if I've dealt with burning flesh. I've dealt with burning skin. But burning skin and hair, dear God, like let's just throw hair in there. Don't even worry about the flesh. The flesh, it's like, oh, that's kind of gross. But honestly, if you think about it, if you eat meat, you're eating flesh. Let's think about it. It just sounds really nasty. But soaks the air we breathe. That's just like, you know, like that's just nasty. You don't want that smell. One final wound to lull the reign of fury, revered as lord of his fallen dynasty. That part, I'm thinking. Give me a sec. I'm thinking. So by one final wound to lull the reign of fury. So would that mean one final wound? So is that like the killing blow? Is that kind of what they're going for here? Because revered as lord of his fallen dynasty, that's like beloved, correct? I think it's like beloved. You're revered of his fallen dynasty. So he was a beloved leader of this civilization that went to war, apparently lost, but then came back with a vengeance. To me, this song sounds like, I mean, damn it. I'm not 100% exactly on what the song means. So the meaning of the songs kind of got me. I'm not lost. Let's put it that way. Like it seems pretty self-explanatory. There was a war. They were called back to fight. They came back to fight. Looks like they won. That's awesome. That's amazing. That was the lyrics. Okay. As far as the music itself, sorry for taking this long to get to it. I should have got to this first. I loved it. The gallop, the double bass, I even like the singing. The imagery in the lyrics is great. It's a great song. I enjoyed the hell out of it. I'm gonna have to look up more Duskmourn. That was Duskmourn, Tales of Vengeance. Gonna be looking more into them. It says it's epic folk metal, which I have listened to before. Can't usually pronounce any of the names. But I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'm gonna have some more coming out, mixing it in with everything going on here. I'm enjoying it. Put some more suggestions in the comments. We'll get to it as soon as we can. And I'm bouncing back and forth here. And we'll see you in the next one.